in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how we were able to increase our eBay sales by 202% last week. That's a big number.
Yeah.
202%. Before we do that, I want to show you the numbers on the whiteboard here because November is officially over. It is over. We've got a target of $15,000. We didn't achieve it. We got $12,911. So we fell about $2,000 short. Our $62 average sale price was strong, but we want to be doing $500 a day, and we only finished on $430 per day. Now, getting back to that 202% increase, how does that happen? Well, we have a store subscription and we ran the Black Friday sale, ultimately. That might sound simple enough, but there are so many people out there that are just starting out with their eBay journey and they don't have a store subscription. You can't then run markdown sales if you don't have that store subscription. So for $24.95 a month, I think it's an absolute no-brainer. Once you've been selling on eBay for a couple of weeks, you feel like eBay is something you want to be doing a little bit more long-term, go and grab yourself a store subscription. Even if you're watching this not at Black Friday period like we're in right now, run a markdown sale at any point of the year. Just give it a go, experience it, because the results can be pretty good. Now, they are a little bit inflated, the 202% worth of increase in sales, because last week, if you watched the video, we actually had a terrible week. So we're going from a really bad week to our great week. And that's caused that massive increase of 202%. So you will get a nice little increase for Black Friday, but ours was quite inflated because of that previously poor week. So 83 sales last week. We were doing about 12 sales every single day in our eBay store. A lot of the numbers that you're going to see from a profit perspective in this video today are going to be a little bit less than usual because the Black Friday sale was a 25% off sale period. So there's a lot of items that you'll see that we'll just have that little amount that will show on Flipped It, but we are going to run through the top 10 sales of the weekend that was. I think Kate's putting into the mailbag 23 items today, but we're going to be going through the top 10 of those. So hopefully you can have a bit of an understanding about what to look for out there. We've got a few stories along the way as we do it. So let's get into the first one. Now guys, before we get stuck into it, I want to talk to you about our 6-week accelerator program. This is a 6-week program to step you guys through wherever you need improvement. So you're going to be working with me one-on-one. I'm looking for a very few select number of people. There's an application form for you to fill out. And then we intensively work together over 6 weeks to get you to exactly where you want to be, making great sales on eBay and doing it in the most efficient way possible. If that's something that you're interested, if you're feeling like you're at a point where eBay is doing well, but you want it to be doing better, this is exactly why I've built the program. So check it out. Link is in the description below. Coming in at number 10 was this Lego set right here. Now, you guys have been following our Lego journey for a while now. You'll know that all of these came into private buy and we paid $30 each individually, $900 worth of Lego. I've got a bit of an update. I'm going out in a couple of hours today to Movie World, of all places here on the Gold Coast, to do a deal where I'm getting 40 Lego sets for $450. I don't think they're going to be like $200, $300, $400 Lego sets. They might be more like $40, $50 Lego sets, the little ones. These are all pretty big, but maybe more this sort of sized. These big ones sell for more money, but I'm going to do the deal and I'm going to see what we get because I haven't seen all of the Lego that I'm picking up. But yeah, 40 sets, brand new and sealed as well. For $450. I felt like that was a bit of a no-brainer, so I'm excited to get that later on today. But this one has gone on to sell. We love selling Lego. This one has sold for $37.46 on the 25% off special, so we would have been trying to sell that for like 50 bucks. Ended up selling for $37.46, but we are counting a cost of good on this as $30. Individually, these are all 30 bucks. We've had some really big wins with some really big profit. But on the $30 purchase price, this is actually a $10.84 loss. It's not really, but just in the way we're doing our numbers, we're just accounting it on averages. Therefore, because this is a cheaper one on a Black Friday special, it comes out as a bit of a loss. But still, I just think Lego in general, guys, is one that you guys need to be searching for. There's another Lego set here that sold as well. Didn't make it to the top 10, but we are selling these Lego sets really, really quickly. And that is one thing that you're trying to look for when you're trying to buy product. How quickly does that product move? And Lego, it's a fast one. Guess where this video game is off to?
I don't know.
Kazakhstan. 25 to life is the video game. Now, when I first got this, I think it was off Selwyn. Yeah, $7.50 cost of good. We got this off Selwyn in a big private deal. I thought this was going to be worth hundreds of dollars because it's a title that I've never seen in 5 years. And I've seen a lot of PlayStation 2 games throughout my time. But this one was a, well, $50 game. 38.75. So it came through on a 25% off sale as well. It's got everything in there, but yeah, off to Kazakhstan. So it actually, no, it would have sold for $18.75. So it would have been a $25 game. But then we got a $20 international postage charge to Kazakhstan. I don't know if that goes for $20 to Kazakhstan.
Maybe 25.
Maybe 25, yeah. Regardless, we've made $4.56. So if we have to pay an extra $4.56, we'll net nothing on that result there. So when you run this Black Friday sale, guys, profitability does get hit. There's no doubt about it. If we're clean on our numbers, we're only making $5 with that 25% off sale. We're basically saying that our 25 to 30% profit margin is being wiped out when we run the sale, and we're getting cost of good back in our revenue. So it is one to keep an eye on with your metrics, like what is the best markdown sale to run. If you go past 25%, you're probably going to start to lose some money on some items. So maybe a 20% off sale is probably the sweet spot to still keep some profit in your pocket. We're selling 9 PlayStation 5 games. We've got this Hired Gun PlayStation 5 video game that's gone on to sell as well. $44.96, I believe, on a Black Friday sale as well. So that one was quite good in the sense that we still got a pretty decent profit on it because the cost of good, $4.16 in a private buy. So on Flipped It, we're just going into our bulk orders and then we're putting in the fact that we bought 100 items for $100, and therefore Flipped It just gives us an average. So $4.16 was the average on that one there. The shipping of $7.50 in a medium envelope, we've made $26.09 even with a Black Friday special. So if we got the full price on that, probably would have made about 40 bucks. Gonna stay down here with the video games as well because we've got a classic, Mario Kart on the Nintendo 64. Don't tell me that that is not a great item to be flipping on eBay for a profit, because it is. $54.99 on a Black Friday sale. $7.50 shipment is what I've said. It'll actually go for an $8.92 envelope, something like that, maybe $8. So maybe 50 cents off there. For what the true shipping costs will be. Oh no, cost of good was $7.50. We bought it off Selwyn, my bad. $8.92 shipping. $29.84 in true clean profit. What could you buy with 30 bucks? 6 coffees. That's 6 free coffees.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Here's our next one. We have a State of Origin DVD Ultimate Collector's Edition set here. Now, for any of you viewers that watch the Aussie Flipper channel where I do my flea market picking videos, you may have remembered I found this in the bottom of a dirty plastic tub of DVDs that were all worth absolutely nothing. But this one was just hiding underneath at the very bottom, and they had a ton of DVDs just stacked on top. And I saw this marking at the bottom of the box, and I'm like, wow, that could be something. And then sure enough, it was. This is a $100 product that we put on best offer. No, we put on Black Friday down to $75, and then I took a best offer at, I think, $65. But we still made off a $5 purchase at the flea market, $34.73. So now we're up to 12 free coffees on a DVD and a video game. I can almost buy a pair of shoes. But yeah, that's an awesome one there. State of Origin, collector's edition set. When you're looking for DVDs, look for things like limited edition, collector's edition, box set, all that sort of stuff. This one here is actually cool because it's got a DVD set, but it's also a book set too. So it's kind of like a coffee table book and a DVD of all of the State of Origins over the history of the series. So this is a cool product. Definitely could have got a lot more than 65, but I was happy to take the best offer. The next one here is a record called Vanilla Ice to the Extreme. Now, I don't know Vanilla Ice too well. I know he's really popular. I know he's got Ice Ice Baby, but that's about all I know of this guy. But he is super popular, and that was a really good record sale there of, what did we actually get for that? That was a $40 record. No, that was a $35 record. So 35 bucks. We got these in a big record bundle for $100 at the flea market, and I think there was about $300 worth of collective resale value. This one here was a quick $35 pickup. Sold in the space of about 2 or 3 weeks. I think I bought that, maybe 4 weeks. But this one here as well, Indiana Jones. This is And the Staff of Kings. I think there's a few different Indiana Jones titles out there on the PlayStation 2, but that one there is a good one to pick up because it's sold for $40. And a viewer of the channel that is very much a multi-quantity order purchaser on our store, Chad, He has bought both of these again. He's bought quite a large number of items off us over the journey. So Chad, if you're watching, and I know you are, thank you very much for your support. It is very much appreciated. We'll get that sent off to you today. The goals for us over the next 2 weeks is to try and get $9,000. You right there?
Yep.
$9,000 for the month of December. If we get 9,000, we actually achieve our revenue target of $131,000 for the course of the entire year. We want to finish work on December 15 this year, and we want to actually have the last 2 weeks of the year off. So that means we're going to have to do $4,500 a week. This week with Black Friday, we just did $3,600. So I don't think it's happening, unfortunately. The Lego will help though today. Kate's going to draft out the rest of the year. So from an eBay standpoint, work-wise, technically our listings will be done within the next 2 weeks, but I don't think our revenue will be done. I think we'll have to still leave eBay on, and we'll just have to accept orders and do shipments in those last 2 weeks of the year through Christmas and the New Year. And then we get back into it from a listing front on January 1st. But this has all come about due to projections and knowing where you want to try and get to. We're not flying blind at any point of the year. We know exactly where we're at. We know exactly where we want to get to. And we do have a fair understanding of how to get there as well. So you guys need to be doing that with your eBay business. You need to be going, right, I'm here, I'm ready to work. What am I actually aiming towards? And that will breed motivation for you to want to keep on going with this thing. Rune Factory number 2 on the Nintendo DS. This was a good one. $82.46 worth of a sale price on that one there. Rare title, American title. When you see the ESRB down the bottom there, that means that it is an American copy. You can still sell it. They still play here in Australia, totally fine. Black Friday sale as well. So this one would have been about a $100 product. $7.50 shipment, $7.50 purchase. We've made $54.52 in profit on that item there. So that was incredible. Righto guys, we have got our top 3, and our top 3 are $100 products. This is the first one. We've got the Beatles. This is Abbey Road, an absolute classic. Now there are some few markings on this that you do need to be aware of. We used this in the title, which was on the spine of the thing. I think it says PCS 7088. I'm not a big record head to know what's going on with this record in the sense of why this is popular or why it's most expensive, but I'm just basically trying to match up the image and artwork on the record itself with the comps that I'm seeing on eBay. So you don't need to be the most knowledgeable person. You just need to do some thorough research and just check eBay, check the sales. Is that my exact product? Really take it down to the nitty-grittiness of all the individual markings on the record, and then you can comfortably put it up for that price. Because there are variations of this print run that cause it to be worth less, but we realized that this one was a print run that was actually pretty expensive. So we got a great sale price of 100. This one didn't fall on the Black Friday sale because anything within your first 2 or the last 2 weeks before the sale runs doesn't get marked down. So this one was a full price of $100. We will ship it off for about $15. And the cost of good was about $15 as well. So we're going to make ourselves around about a $50 odd profit on that, probably $57 I think on that, which is a fantastic sale price. It came in the Vanilla Ice vinyl record bundle, so we accounted $15 worth of a purchase for this one here. But we bought about 6 odd records for $15 each. It was a great buy, and we're already seeing them sell through fast. Coming in at number 2, this is a pretty cool item. We've got our little Garfields that we picked up at the flea market a few weeks ago. It's so sad to see these guys leaving. Completely vintage, 1978 on the tag. They do have their tag as well, which is cool. We've got this little one here. Does it squeak? I don't think so. It's super old. But it's got its original tags there, as you can see. They're all different styles. He's probably my favorite. He's ready to have a good time. And then we've got the Safari Garfield as well. So really cool vintage collectibles. People love Garfield out there. We knew that at the flea market when we bought it. $15 each. I paid $60. And what did we sell it for? 100?
Yeah.
Something like that. 112. $112, cost of goods 60, shipping of 15. We've made 20 bucks in profit. So again, it was a Black Friday sale. So we should have got a bit more for it if we got the full price for it, because I think we were trying to sell them for 150, something like that. But we got the 112, which still made us $20. It's a product out the door. It's also a product that's not in our niche. Like, we don't sell plush toys very often. So to get it out of the door for $20 worth of profit, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Check this out. This is our best sale, and it's not Tarzo's. They're in a Tarzo binder. But they are odd bods. They're collector cards called odd bods. And there's a little marking, Kate, if you can zoom in on this, it's the odd bods glow, GLO. But then we continue looking through them. And I don't know, I don't think this is a complete set. I think we're missing a couple. But then you've got these ones here, which are the sports ones. They're like Pro Squad, odd bods, the footy.
The footy card.
The footy card odd bods. So there's a bunch of different footy cards in here, which you used to get these, if you're wondering, back in the packet of chips.
Smith's chips.
Smith's chips is where these cards originally came from. There was a good 150 of them to try and collect back in the day. I do remember getting these back when I was growing up. But you can see there the old Australian Football League marking on there as well. So that's, I mean, oh, look, I know my footy pretty well, but that one there tells me that it's a vintage card because of the logo of the AFL there. But look, not a complete set. Kate listed these up last week on Wednesday. Today's Monday, so we've got 4 or 5 days worth of a sell-through rate. We listed them for $180. Bought them in a private deal where we only paid about $5 or $10 for them. Very low cost of goods because we got it in a big private buy. Average sale price dropped on everything. And I had offers coming in at $100, probably 3 offers at $100. Obviously listing them for $180, I wasn't going to take that. But I did take a quick sale of $150. So $150 sale price for this folder, which should ship for $15. And we've made $100 in profit. So $100 in profit on Flipped It. A sale that took 3 to 4 days to sell. We got these a couple of months ago and we never got around to listing them. But that is a really cool item to be trying to find. Maybe search on Facebook Marketplace for it. Some odd bod cards. Definitely put it in the back of your mind because you'll never know when you're at a garage sale, you may come across them. So 24 items to put into the mailbag and get out the door. We've got a big month of December to finish off the year. 2 big weeks worth of listings. This is going to be some of those listings over the next 2 weeks. We picked up this vintage Tommy World Thomas the Tank Engine set. And you got these tubs over here as well. Thomas the Tank Engine, vintage Thomas the Tank Engine. There's a couple of different sets, a couple of different manuals for us to look into as well. So if you wanted to find out a little bit more about the reason why this stuff goes on to sell so well on eBay, I'm going to leave you with this video right here because we picked it up yesterday at the flea market and it was right here.